I feel like if you bring your friend here, we gonna have like
We gonna turn up.
yeah, we gonna turn it like you, me and Luis, you and Tyler.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another CBQ podcast episode where we do nothing but yapping, and
Your co-host, Flick by Luis.
I'm your host, Called by Quang, and today episode we got
804 Hoodie Zay, Isaiah Parker, also the owner and representative for a different angle photography.
yes sir. I've been seeing your stuff out there.
Yes,
The post that I actually like because you were you at like Eve Triplin concert or
yeah.
how you bring your camera in there? Did they say anything?
No, that was the crazy thing. So I looked it up on the website, right? I was at Union Stage in DC, and I checked the website and everything. If you're trying to figure out if you can bring your camera in somewhere, check the website first, so that way if you got to sneak it in, you know how to sneak it in. But
did you like sneak it in or?
So I checked the website and I didn't see anything about them saying you couldn't bring it, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I bought a fanny pack that was small enough so that way it was a mini bag. And I brought this camera and I had my 50 millimeter, and I put both of those fit in the bag, and the bag was literally like, it couldn't have been no more bigger than this. And it was on my chest, and I had it underneath of my jacket. And when I walked through the door, they didn't say nothing. But then when I got in there, I seen other people with their cameras out, and I was like, oh, I could have just brought it. So that was the...
See, look, I do that shit all the time because I'm for high school.
Yeah.
That they got a new policy that only photographers that work for media or do yearbook stuff only allow on the field.
That's trash.
I know. Listen,
that's
that's like make no sense. So I have a media bag too. I just put my camera in there. Unfortunately, they kind of find out because I have to carry a 7200.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say for sports you definitely gotta have something with some focal length on there.
So
that's the only problem.
I kind of sneak the back door.
Oh, okay.
I got because it's the players like right at the fence, like near the gate. So I just told them like, hold on to my camera real quick. I gotta go through.
Yeah,
they're
gonna look out.
They're gonna look out.
Some flicks.
So I sneak in I go in the gate normal. I'm just there to watch. Then I just go to the team, take the camera, and take pictures.
That's a great plan.
Oh god,
that's a great plan.
I just had the dumb football players just the camera and say, yo, let me sneak in real quick.
That's a good look every time.
And on God, but now they just watch out everything because
that's so
because I will be on the field taking pictures, and they say, "Oh, why didn't I see you with the camera at the gate?" They're gonna kick me out. Please let us. On the
it's
field.
not my camera. It's my homie camera.
Yeah, I borrowed it from the school, not mine.
I brought it.
But yeah, how's the energy at the Ian Triplin concert?
Yo, energy was crazy. Everybody's in there vibing. You got a lot. It was a lot of people in there. There's a lot of diversity too. And they was raging in the pit. Everything. People are flying. It's crazy stuff. There was this one kid who was rapping bar for bar, and he brought him up on stage.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the concert was crazy, and we got in there like real close to the front, so I wasn't like in the very front row, but I was like maybe in like the second or third row. And I brought the same camera in. For everybody out there that want to know, it's Fujifilm X-T4, X-T4, right there. Get you a Fujifilm if you really want to be like that.
Why'd you choose Fujifilm?
Yeah, why'd you choose Fujifilm?
All right, so I started off. I give everybody their credit. I started off with a Canon.
Okay.
I had if I'm being technical, I started off with an iPhone.
Okay.
So I was
that's how everybody starts.
The best way to start. If you think you don't got a camera, you got a phone.
Yeah.
And any camera is better than no camera. So I started off with my iPhone, and I was just taking fit pics, just like every day or every couple of days, because you ain't got so many options when you're in school. Yeah. But I was just taking fit pics, and then it gradually had me taking pictures of other things, just like things I would see around. And I kind of realized that this is something I'm kind of invested in. That was pretty cool. And then my uncle was taking pictures with a camera. He had that camera. I think he had he started off with like the little Canon, one of the little Canon T Jones.
Okay.
Rebel.
Yeah, the Rebel.
And so I was like, I'm gonna get me a camera. So one day I was at one of my other cousins' house, was talking about how to take pictures, and his mom was like, "Oh, there's a camera in there if you want it. He don't really use it." He was like, "It's a Canon camera or something." I went in there, grabbed it, and it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. It's a Canon EOS. I think like a D. I don't know, D something. But it was old, so reference, when I started it up and it had the initial date that was on there, it started at 1999.
Whew.
So that's when it was in production.
That's some digital film. That's some film camera.
Yeah. Well, it was a DSLR.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was like my first actual camera that I would take pictures with. So that kind of like opened the door, and I just started taking pictures of everything. Then I got an A6000, Sony A6000, and when I was considering upgrading cameras again, my uncle was shooting on Fujifilm.
Okay.
And he was like, "I'm gonna keep it a band with you, dog. I think you should get a Fujifilm." And I was like, "For real?" He was like, I was like, "Is it that good?" He was like, "I think it's worth exploring." He was like, "The Fuji colors aren't like any other color you can get out of another camera." And I was like, "All right." So I got the Fuji XT30. And when I tell you the difference, and you can tell, like, even if you look at my work and look at other people who shoot Fuji, there's a difference in the color. And it's like, you can't pin it exactly, but when you see the colors, you know, like, that was a Fuji.
Yeah.
Every time. So if you want to get a camera, get a Fuji. It's a crop sensor. It's not full frame.
Yeah.
That's the one thing to note. But if you can make it work with a crop sensor, you can just make it work. You can save so much money. Save a whole lot of money.
What I'm starting with is Sony A6400.
Okay, it's a good camera to start with. Autofocus on Sony.
Oh yeah, that's
every time.
Mwah.
And I'm getting
every time.
I'm getting a Tamron 2.8 70 to 200 millimeter lens.
Okay, yeah, Tamron's pretty solid.
Yeah,
the Tamron and Sony combination, I hear a lot of good things.
Yeah, if you don't like have the budget to like buy the actual Sony lens, the G Master, go with a third party. There's nothing wrong with it.
Honestly, there's really nothing wrong with it.
Matter of fact, you can't stick with a third party all the time. Like, just go along with it.
Because Sigma is great.
Yeah, Sigma is
on
great.
The Sony line, great. High recommendations on this.
They just released a Sigma 70 to 200 Sport for Sony. Go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. The only problem I didn't like with that is like the focus ring is like on the very edge.
Yeah,
of the
so
lens.
if you use manual focus, it's gonna hard.
Yeah, but outside of that, that's the only thing.
Have you Fujifilm? You've been shooting with that a lot. Have you ever switch back to like Canon or Sony?
I don't think I'll ever go away from Fuji. I think I'll get a second camera.
Okay.
And my second camera, I was just talking about this the other day. I was like, if I get a second camera, what would it be, a Canon or a Sony? And I really think it's gonna depend on what I decide to dedicate it to.
Mm-hmm.
Cause if I have the Fuji, I'm always take pictures on it.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I get a full frame for video, or do I get a full frame and I use it for photo and video and just sometimes take video? Sometimes take picture on this. So I'm kind of in between. Sony autofocus is really got me leaning.
Yeah.
Really got me leaning. But that ticket, that price
is crazy.
They gonna make you pay for it, and that's the problem. So I don't know yet, but it's in the works because I'm gonna need a second camera pretty soon. Yeah,
for sure. What do you shoot mainly? I see you sport. I see you.
That's crazy. So I would say I'm a portrait shooter mainly, but I try to not limit myself to just doing one type of thing.
Yeah.
So I figured if I can get good at every type of photography, not every type of photography,
but have a decent level.
Yeah, if I can have a range of photography that I'm good at. So portraits was the first thing I started with, and portraits are kind of the easiest thing to start with.
Yeah.
So I started with that, and then it led to me doing concerts. My first concert that I took pictures at was the G Herbo concert that they had at ODU for their homecoming a couple of years ago. Okay. And I took pictures. I was just in the crowd. It was crazy. I'm getting shook back and forth between people. People are getting stepped on. It's crazy. But I'm in there with my camera held up like this, trying to take these pictures. Man, I really hope that autofocus working. I took pictures at that concert. It was the first concert I took pictures at, and it was at that moment that I was like, I need to get better at concert photography. It was the first concert I ever shot, and I didn't think my photos were bad, but I knew I wanted them to be better. So I started figuring out tips and things that I would be able to improve on when I go back to other concerts. And then shooting sports was just my sister plays basketball. Yeah. And I'll just go to her games And when I be at her games, I'm like, I'm gonna try to take some pictures. And taking pictures at her game made me want to get better at taking sports photography in general. So like now, I think I'm at a pretty solid level to like when it comes to my sports photography.
Okay.
Like I went to the Sixers and Wizards game for my birthday, and I took some pictures there. I haven't posted them yet, but for what I got, I think it's pretty good. It's not everything I want it to be because I was sitting at the very top of the arena. But still, I think I just have like a broad scope of what I would choose to take pictures of.
Coming soon? The post-con?
Oh, yeah.
Coming soon?
It might be up this week.
Okay.
Probably going to be up this week because I put like a little poll up and everybody was like, yo, we need these. And I was like, all right, well, I'll drop them off. So
gotcha.
They're going to go up.
So you like got some level in the sport photography already. Like, is there like people booking you for pictures or?
Yeah. So I went to Caroline.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2016, and a lot of the guys that hooped there, I know all of them because I played basketball and I played for Caroline. So I started coming to the boys' games to take pictures. So if you go on my page, you'll see a lot of the boys' stuff that I just started posting from this season. So I take a lot of pictures with them, and it's kind of giving me a gate for other people that are at the school that didn't know that I took pictures. I mean, like, you might see my sister, but if you didn't know my sister, then you wouldn't know. So with the boys' basketball team, a lot more people know them. There's a lot more people at the game. They see me taking pictures. So I usually take pictures with them, and I take pictures for a couple of my homies that hoop.
And one problem that we have in me and Luis like having right now is the pricing, like how we charge people.
See, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because pricing is dictated among a lot of things, and we all have the fear of charging somebody too much because we do want to do the work, but we want to be compensated, and we don't want to ask for, I could ask for such and such amount, but then if they say no, I'm still back at zero. Yeah. So when it comes to it, you got to be considerate of a couple of things: who your audience is. So if you're dealing with high school kids, and they're paying for stuff directly, your pricing is going to have to reflect what they can afford, but you also have to put in the amount of work that will reflect that too.
I know, yeah.
So for me, when I go and shoot at the games, I'll tell kids like 10 for 3 pictures or like 10 for 2, depending on like who you are, whatever game we're at. And some people think that I'm taxing. Rightfully so, right? I perfectly understand. But in comparison to what other people are charging you and what you're getting is what I'm providing you, making up for that in the cost. Right. So like if I'm taking half bad pictures and compared to somebody else who's taking bad pictures, just because my pictures are half bad and theirs are bad doesn't mean you should still pay the extra price for mine. I need to be taking good pictures in order to show you like the difference in our pricing. Okay. And like making sure that it's noted. So like every people that purchase from me, you know what you're gonna get. I'm not gonna give you bad quality or give you something that I didn't like try my hardest to do.
Right. So
me and Quang, when we are asking, we're like getting DMs from people saying how many pictures, we don't limit. It just really depends on how you play on the court and how much play time you're getting. Because I don't really like to tell someone, oh, you're going to get 5 pictures for this amount. Because that's not really accurate to how I'm shooting. I'm shooting like every moment I can catch.
Yeah, that's what happened. What happened to me before. So basically, a player that booked me for pictures, but at the end he didn't get much play time. He get in like last 1-2 minutes, and he gonna ask for like a lot of pictures. So me and Luis right now is every time that somebody book us to take pictures, take videos, we will say. So I would say is no limited pictures. No limited, I'm going to say just like 20 to 30 pictures for a game for you. It really depends on the players. It really depends on how you play on the court. Do you get the ball a lot? Do you have a lot of play time? It's really
you could also do it afterward too.
Yeah.
So like I get people, that's kind of my tactic. So like people know that I take pictures at the game. Yeah. So if I come to the game and I take pictures, I'll get people that text me and be like, yo, did you take pictures? And I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, how much? And then I'll just tell them and then they'll cash at me. Yeah. So it's like, if you knew you played, you can DM me and ask you if I took any pictures of you. If you was on the floor at any point, like, because for me, the way I take pictures at a game might be different than other people. But like, even if you get in garbage time and you get in the game and I took a picture of you, like that's an opportunity for you to have a picture that nobody else would have. If I wasn't taking these pictures. So if you know you was in and I was there, and you do something, 9 times out of 10, I got some type of picture of you at the game.
Yeah.
So
but with that, also, I'm usually there also shooting for JV.
mm-hmm.
So the varsity players are they're up top on the bleachers watching the JV game.
Mm-hmm.
If you see me taking pictures and you want some, you gotta walk up to me and ask while, like, after the JV game or before you go into the locker room. Because not too long ago, I was shooting for Cortland, and I had a bunch of varsity players from King George DM me and asked, "Did you get any of me?" And I said no, because King George wasn't playing very well, and no one walked up to me before the game and asked for pictures.
Because his plan before the game is like mainly on Cortland, because like people
Makes
pay
sense.
him. Yeah.
Well, that's also a good thing too, because I had somebody from Cortland DM me and say like, "Yo, I seen you take pictures at the Caroline game," and he asked me about taking pictures at a Cortland game. But that does make sense. That's gonna happen sometimes too, and I would say don't be afraid to like just take the picture just in case. Especially if it's like, we got memory cards, it's not film, so it doesn't hurt to delete it in the end. And it's just going to be something extra you can like really skip over if they decide not to hit you up. Like, I'll have people that I take pictures of, and I'll DM them and be like, "Yo, I took some pictures at the game, that's how much it is."
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, no, I'm good." And it's just like, well, I'll just delete them. And then, or, hold on to them till later, because they might turn around.
Yeah,
like,
they might
you still got them pictures? Yeah, I sure do. I still got them.
So
this is the price.
That happened a lot, like in football season. Like I might take some flicks for other people from other school, and I say, "Yo, I got some flicks here. You want it?" Like I throw them the price. They say, "Nah, I'm chilling." Like a month or 2 months after, and they ask me, "Yo, ain't gonna lie to you. I text you before. I say I don't want the pictures, but I kind of low key need it right now." Yep. And I say, "I know." Yep. Throw in the gallery and say, "I'll give you the price." He actually got it. I got the money.
Yeah,
so.
I have a few pictures of a few Cortland players, and they never asked for them, but I'm gonna keep them in the drop boxes just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
Just long enough. Like, if it gets to too long, you delete them and they hit you and be like, "You got them pictures still?" And be like, "Nah, I don't." Well, because storage is a thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, like, if you take enough pictures, I won't say you're gonna run into storage problems, but there's gonna be like times where you do have to upgrade. Like, right now I just have a terabyte drive. Yeah. But I know with what I have planned for the upcoming year, as far as like most of the stuff that's on there is pictures, and I'm gonna start incorporating video. I'm gonna need more storage, and
for sure.
That should also be one of the things you consider when it comes to like bigger projects.
Right. So, if you want any like pictures that if you want pictures, let us know first, because we ain't wasting our time.
Please.
That is one of the things.
Don't walk up to me after your game and ask if I got pictures of you, if you didn't play very well, or if you didn't ask.
One more thing that happened to us a lot, like right after we done shooting, the player's like, "Send me that, send me that, send me that,
send me that."
It's like we need time.
Oh yeah, so what I've come to expect, especially when it comes to like sports photography, is I know the quicker the turnaround time, the more likely somebody is gonna be wanting to purchase it. Yeah. Or like want to use your picture, because athletes don't wait. They quick with that shit. Real quick with it. So I either will use like presets or like if I'm shooting in the same environment that I shot something else, I'll copy that over, make slight adjustments, and then that's really what I'm gonna use as my base. Right. Or if you edit one out of the set, essentially that's the same for all of them. So you just copy paste that. And try to do it as fast as you can, but you do need time. And when I say you need time, I'm talking about for people that are getting retouched, professional grade pictures. If I gotta detail your skin, do not text me the next day and say, "Are the pictures done?" Because they can be done, but you if you was looking rough, you still gonna look rough. Yeah. So I'm trying to help you out. Just give me some time. We're going to get it done. I'm going to get it back to you. I promise. I'm going to message you. I'm not going to ghost you during the time I'm editing them. If you want to know what's going on, I'll tell you. Be like, "Yeah, I did X, Y, and Z. I got to do this tomorrow, so I ain't going to be able to do it tomorrow. And now I'm going to get back to it this day because I'm going to have some time, da-da-da." Right. I communicate, but don't rush. Because if I rush it, then you're going to get back rushed work. And I don't want to give you any rushed work.
We need time to, like, create art.
Oh, yeah, because sometimes staring at that screen.
No, bro.
Oh, my gosh. Don't let me get a blank. Load the pictures in and be like, it's not looking good.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Like, so we take the pictures, then we like done editing that, and we take a look at it for the first second. Oh, this shit tough. And 30 minutes later, I just like.
Yo, I edit pictures when I get home. So like, if I shoot at the game, edit pictures when I get home, go to bed, wake up next morning, I'm like, yeah. Back to the drawing board. What's happening, gang?
All right, so scrolling through your personal page, I do notice that you make music.
Yes, sir. If you didn't know I made music, now you do know. It's 804 Hoodies A on all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir. What song was it again?
The last song that I dropped was called December 6th. That's my birthday.
Okay.
I dropped it for my birthday. It's on the Jay-Z beat. If you've heard the beat, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've been making music it's been almost 2 years, maybe.
2 years. What bring you into music?
I've always loved music, and I've always been a writer. So I used to write songs, and the songs would be good lyrically, but I just didn't have the rest of it. So like on paper, you would read it, be like, "Yo, this is hard," and I just couldn't perform it.
Yeah.
So it took me taking a leap of faith and just being like, "Yo, I'm gonna just start making music." So I bought a MacBook.
Uh-huh.
It had GarageBand on it.
Uh-huh.
And then I bought a Focusrite because I was gonna start doing a podcast.
Right.
So in the midst of me having all the equipment, I was like, might as well record a song.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wrote a song, recorded it on the MacBook and everything on the GarageBand, and it's not mixed very great, but like it's a good song. It's on SoundCloud, so if you want to go hear it, it's the first song on my SoundCloud. It's called 30th Hour.
Uh-huh.
And I just made the leap to decide to do it, and I got a good response from people. People didn't really know I could rap for real, so it was when I decided to just be showing people, be like, "Hey, I make music. You want to hear it?" And they'll be like, "Sure." And I put it on and be like, "Yo, this is hard. You rapping? This you?" Like, yeah. They was like, "I didn't even know you rap like that. You really like that?"
Hey,
so,
we not just take pictures.
Nah, really. Anything creative, we can get to it. I play drums. I rap. I write poems. It's so many.
Say a poem right now.
Oh, right now?
Right now.
Okay. Let's see. Hello, misinfatuation. You caught my attention. Hoping you could be the answer to all I've been wishing. That's a little something. That's 90s love. If you ain't heard it, go get it. You feel me?
Okay.
But the music, I really been in love with the music for a real long time. And I'm just glad I'm able to take a step in doing something in music. Like, I just do the music really because I like doing music. I don't have a lot of people that listen, but I appreciate everybody that does listen.
Gotta show the number day one supporter.
Yeah, shout out to all my day one supporters. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Taj. Shout out my mom. Shout out my pops. Shout out everybody. Shout out Khalik. Shout out so many people.
What do you use to support what are your main sources of income when it comes to doing photography, doing music, doing a podcast, having all these things going on? How do you get money for that?
As a creative, the one thing that I make sure is important to emphasize, until you are able to fully fund yourself off that creativity, working the 9 to 5 is not a bad thing. Like, I work at the post office.
Yeah.
It's not a glamorous job. I'm federally employed. I got benefits. So all the stuff that you need to be an adult comes with me having this job. But it also takes care of the financial aspect of photography, because when the clients aren't coming in and I still got to pay for this equipment that I bought, that's what the job is for.
Yeah. A lot of photographers don't get like a single paid yet, like in their first 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
That's when they still have their 9 to 5 job. Like you say, until they actually function their photography career, then they can't quit their 9 to 5 and actually like full time in photography.
Yeah, you just got to look at it as, in order for me to continue doing what I love, I got to do this every now and again.
Yeah.
So don't think of it as like a waste of time, because it's not. This money that you're making is going towards what you want to be able to do full time. So embrace that, so that way you can maintain this job, possibly make more money in this job, and then when you doing what you love is available for you to continue to grow, that's when you can leave.
Yeah. So if you think of like you should start this later, don't start early.
Yeah, start early.
Luis, how old are you?
15.
I wish I started when I was 15.
What grade are you in right now?
Freshman.
Freshman.
I started when I was a senior.
I started as sophomore, so I start.
have
Listen,
all of
I
my
started
And
the.
you guys are way farther ahead than I was when I started. That's what I'm saying. Like, I started when I was a senior, but even 2 years after I had started, you guys are already way farther, which is why I'm willing to support what you guys are doing, because I feel like you're doing something for the photography community that needs to be done in this area specifically.
Photography to photography, support each other.
Yes. It's never a competition. We're here to uplift each other. I'll give game to anybody that won game. Like, if somebody were to ask me, yo, how do you take your sports photography pictures? I could break it down to you and explain to you how I do it when it comes to my settings, composition, what you want to look for. I'm willing to provide all the information. All you really got to do is ask.
Cool photographer don't gatekeep. When my dad found out about my photography career, and he knows how expensive these stuff is.
Yeah.
Like $1,000 on lens, $1,000 camera body.
Please, let's not even talk about it right now. I literally bought 2 lenses last year. That lens, I have a 23mm 1.4, and then I bought a 7200 2.8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only gonna tell you the cost of this lens. I'm not even gonna tell you the cost of this lens is $900.
Damn. Fuck.
$900.
Imagine the 70 to 200.
That's
you 1.5.
It was $1,500.
Louise, we gonna have a long way. We gonna listen. We gonna have a long way. I'm 16. I still got a job.
I was just saying.
I don't even have a job.
Get what's in your budget. Don't.
Yeah.
Trust me, I only went this route because it was the route that I was. If I wasn't financially able to go this route, I wouldn't have went this route. I would have went a different route.
Yeah.
But I just been blessed to be able to get this. Like, the camera body XT4 brand new when it first came out was 16.
Mm-hmm.
The 23 900 it just came out. I think it came out last year, which is why it's 900. And then the 7200 2.8 came out I think 3 or 4 years ago, but they haven't made a different version. These are all Fuji lenses too. Like, they're not Sigma or integrated lenses. Like, they're all the lenses that are made for the camera. So that price is also going to be in there, which is why the third party lenses sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the Suryu lenses, I want to try those out. It's $300 for a 23mm 1.2, a 33mm 1.2, and a 56 1.2. And I'm like, a 1.2 aperture lens for $300, brand new, with autofocus.
Cool. I'm copying. Yep.
It's an easy steal. Yeah, I would recommend it. Like, anybody who's considering go ahead and get them. Like, at least test them out. If you don't like them, send them back. But like, I feel like that's a real great starter lens to have. Like, I want one to be able to see how good it is. But like, I have full faith that it's gonna be a good lens.
Yeah. Like, to all the new photographers that you see them gears like expensive, start off with what you have. Gear don't matter.
It really don't. Like, I started with an iPhone, and I would take pictures of other people. Like, I would take other people's fit pics for them, edit them, and send them to them. All from off my phone. I didn't have a computer to edit on. I would use Lightroom on my phone. I used Visco, Snapseed, Camera Plus.
Lightroom on your phone isn't even bad. That's like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
I start off with my edit pictures. Yeah, I start with my phone.
It's the best thing to start off with. It's gonna be the best camera that you have on you at all times. Like, an iPhone is $1,000 phone.
Yes.
Your camera in that phone is not $1,000 camera, but it's $100 camera.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of cameras. If you can spend $300 on some type of point and shoot camera, and it's not going to be as good as the one on your phone. So you might as well just use your phone.
Yeah. Luis, can you tell us how you take pictures? Like what camera do you use right now?
Why are you like, you said this
Dang,
last episode too.
He pressing you. What do you use?
He don't know yet.
I use
You don't know what your
Quinn's
camera is?
He don't have a camera.
Oh,
listen,
that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
like,
actually,
have you seen my pictures?
I need you to know what the camera is, though, so that way if I were to ask you, what do you shoot on, you know what it is.
It's a Canon EOS 40, right?
ADD.
ADD.
What's the lens?
What's the lens? 7200.
Sigma.
2.8?
Yeah, 2.8.
Okay, that's good.
See, look,
That's a good lens.
I educate myself.
Yeah, listen. If you don't have a camera yet, don't be ashamed of yourself. Go ask somebody for it, like to borrow a camera.
Yeah, and most photographers, especially if they know you're responsible, mainly if you're responsible and you can afford to break it. But as long as I know you're responsible, like, I'll let you use my camera. Like, one of my cousins, he had to sell his camera at one point, and he was like, "Yo, da da da, I'm trying to take pictures, and I was like, you can use my camera. Like I still have the A6000. I was like, you can use it. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. Like, why not? He's like, oh, I appreciate it. I'll let people shoot with my camera sometimes when like they take pictures of me, and every time they'll be like, ooh, I'm so scared, and I'm like, just put the wrist strap on. And they're like, okay. And just the wrist strap being on there usually like alleviates a lot of the stress because it can only drop this far. So that usually makes people feel a lot better about it.
I'm using Coin's camera, but I'm taking the picture, I'm editing it, I'm posting it. So
that
it's
makes
me.
It your picture.
It's really me.
It's still, if you take the picture, it's your picture. Those are usually what I call for my rules. Now, if you take a picture of me and I edit that, I'm going to put that I edited the picture because I'm not letting them think that you did all this extra work here.
Listen, I already ordered my camera, though.
Who would you order?
Sony a6 400 with 70 to 200 millimeter Tamron lens, 2.8.
Yeah. Okay.
Some slight startup.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Let's shoot 4K.
Shoot 4K video. And
it's like a 23 megapixel, right?
Yeah, somewhere like that. Great camera.
It's a good starter camera.
I can use this for years.
Yeah, you really can. Like the A64,000. I mean, the A6000 that I have, I don't know when it came. I think it came out in like 2000, maybe like 14
That's still
or
really
something.
Good.
Yeah, it's still super good. Shoots 1080p. It takes usable pictures. Like, it's a very usable camera still. That's the one thing I also tell people. Old equipment does not mean that you need new equipment.
Yeah.
So, like, if I wanted, I could have kept shooting on the XT30. Realistically, but I got a good deal on getting this, which is why I got it at the time because I wasn't really ready to upgrade. I had just got to the point when I felt like I had mastered the XT30, and then somebody was like, "Yo, I'm selling this. I'm selling it for this price," and I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get it for that price for like at least a couple more years because this had just came out. So I was like, "Let me go ahead and jump on it." And for the first like year and a half, I was figuring the whole camera out because there's a lot of things in there.
Queen, aren't you upgrading your lens?
I am upgrading my lens.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Is okay. So right now, my 70-200 Sigma, the manual focus broke.
Oh wait, no autofocus?
No.
Oh,
we can only use the autofocus.
Okay.
Like the manual, like I'm trying to like turn it. It's broken. I cannot turn it anymore. So probably because one time I actually like forgot it outside the crib when it's cold.
Just sitting outside?
Yeah, just sitting outside.
Not even in the car?
Not in the car. Just like outside. Straight outside. And it may be in the box of the lens. I just like I got home late that night. So I just like, man, let me try my stuff. And I don't know why I did that. I dropped everything down. I walk inside, hop in the shower, go to bed. First thing in the morning, wake up. Where the fuck is my camera at? I said, "Oh
no way!" No way.
I was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna spend another bands on this lens again."
The amount of money that photographers spend on equipment, when you ask why I charge what I charge, this is why.
You know why?
I charge like virtually nothing. Like 15 for unlimited pictures.
It's okay. You'll start charging once you start buying.
You're gonna start. You're gonna start pricing it up.
I'm gonna start charging more soon.
All this stuff. I done bought all this equipment. I gotta start making more money.
Oh
back.
God!
I just bought the equipment. I need to start making more money.
He already like need to make some money.
I've already been thinking about raising. I've already been thinking about raising prices.
That's the whole purpose of you buying new equipment. It's an investment. So by investing into myself, I'm investing into my work, which you are getting as a client. So technically, your work is getting invested.
Yeah.
And I'm making like I have a lot of people wanting them, like they want me to shoot for them. They see my pictures on Instagram and they I've had some.
And that's exactly what
17K followers. Bought it. But it's okay. He wanted me to shoot for him a private workout.
Yo, if you get it however you can, but if you're willing to spend the money, I don't care how many followers you got. If you're willing to spend the bread, I'm willing to work.
True. Like as long you gonna like the my money gonna guarantee in my bank account. If I see that shit coming in, you're gonna see we gonna work.
We gonna work.
We gonna
every
work.
Time. As soon as the deposit hit, ding. What's up? What we trying to do?
Yeah.
When you trying to do it? What's the idea? You got reference pictures?
Like any idea you want to bring up, anything that you want to change, I can work with you.
Got to.
As long like if the money like just hit me, the second that it hit me, straight to DM. What you need? All right, what type of pictures you want? Just speak to me.
Make the customer happy.
Gotta make the customer happy.
Customer comes
Oh
first.
yeah, that's a big thing, and it's something that I'm still learning. When it comes to your clients, right? Your clients don't know what they want until they see what you have.
Right.
So like, I deal with it sometimes, and it can be frustrating. But like, if a client comes to you and say, "I want you to take pictures of this," or "I want you to do X, Y, and Z," right? And you ask for references, whatever you do, and then you send them what you end up with, right?
Yeah.
If they're not satisfied with what it is, it's because now they see what they have.
Yeah.
And so that's when it's kind of like, all right, how can I bounce back from this? How can I give them what they want? Like for the most part, you're going to have people who like, if they see in your work, they know what they're going to get, right? But there are those times when you do work and somebody isn't satisfied and it's like, well, what do I do now? And it's like, you got to do what you think you can do best for the client.
Right.
So when it comes to your clients, try to be patient with them. And when it comes to photographers, clients, try to be patient with us.
Yes, bro. Please. Like,
Yeah,
we have to be patient with you, so you got to be patient with us too.
Yeah, it's a respect thing, and I mean, I think they understand it too. It's all about just the communication, and I think that's one of the things that you have to make sure you focus on, because this is a business, and in order for you to be able to have a business, you need to be able to communicate.
Right.
So if you're editing somebody's pictures and you tell them you're gonna have them done in a week, and it's been now 9 days and you haven't communicated with them, from their perspective, it's like, why aren't you done with my pictures? But whole time during the iteration that you were supposed to be doing the work for them,
Right.
you might have been doing another shoot. Something could have happened.
Yeah.
You might have had to do something for your job. So that's why all that communication is important. Because if I can let you know ahead of time, be like, yo, I got held up at work, whatever, I'm probably gonna be finished with your pictures a little bit later than we talked about, and then that can be the conversation versus it being, yo, like, it's been X amount of days since you said you was gonna send them. Why ain't you sent them yet? Blah blah blah. Like, I sent you the money already. All that type of stuff. Ooh. Make sure y'all get paid.
Something that
Make sure y'all
frustrates
get
me.
paid.
Something that frustrates me is me sending someone a free picture just because it's like one picture of them and it's a really nice picture.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna charge them. I'm just gonna send them the picture. But if they go and like, I take the time to edit the picture,
Oh, the no
take
tag?
the picture, and then they don't either at me
Oh,
Yeah.
the no tag?
or if they put a filter over it. It hurts my heart.
Crazy story for you, my boy. I got a crazy story. Why I took pictures for a dude for his brand, right? But the pictures were mainly for him.
Mm-hmm.
I took the pictures. I threw him a deal and everything, like, to do them. I take the pictures, edit them, send them to him, and then one day I'm scrolling on Instagram. While I look, and he photoshopped a Hellcat in the back of the picture and put a filter over it. Didn't tag me. I was like, you know what? I'm not even tripping off the no tag, because this ain't even my picture no more.
A Hellcat.
A Hellcat.
It looks crazy. I can show it to you. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I literally was in disbelief, because I was like, this man just disrespected my work.
Does it look even real?
Bro.
Let me see.
Yeah, we gotta pull it up for them. How I can show them. Just blur him out. But they gotta see this. It's crazy.
It's hard because you do all this work just
Yes,
for them to
bruh.
put a filter over
What
it.
a
You could have. I wish they would just let me know. If you want a Hellcat in the back of your picture, I might be able to do that. But if you're doing it by yourself, after I take the pictures, throw you a deal, and then you just go and put a Hellcat. No, that's so disrespectful.
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. We'll pull it up on the screen for you guys. I'm gonna pull it up later because I can't find it right
That's
now.
like it's like painting all over someone's canvas.
Yo, literally, like, it's the craziest thing, because what's the point of me taking the picture for you just to do that to it? Why did you pay me to take your pictures if you didn't feel like I could do my job? Because that's essentially what you're saying.
And one more thing, though. If you, like, some people that after I take the picture, after I send them, like, the final work, they're going to ask, can I see the raw pics?
The raw pictures, let me tell you.
You don't want to.
A lot of people say don't send them. I'll send them. I send them under certain conditions. So, like, for me, if you post any of these, don't tag me in them.
Yeah.
Right? and then you paying for the raw pictures. So like, I'm not about to send you them just to send you them. You go pay for these on top of it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people wouldn't do that, and they'll tell you not to do it. You don't have to. Trust me. There are some people I won't I won't send my raws to, but like there have been like parents or like moms and stuff that'll be like, oh, like, are there other ones? And I'll be like, yeah, I haven't edited them. And they're like, oh, well, can I still buy them from you? And I'm like, is this woman technologically advanced enough to be able to deal with this, or do I not? So sometimes you can send them through. You don't have to, though. Don't ever get it confused. I'd never have to send you my raws. Never have to send you my raws. But if I feel like it, and you know you willing to pay for them,
just because the pictures are of you doesn't mean they're your pictures.
No, they're not. That's a common misconception. Yeah. Just because if we paid for a shoot and it's in the details of the shoot, then I'm giving you X amount of pictures. These pictures that you did not select, they are not yours. If you'd like to purchase them, then they can be yours.
Yeah.
But they are not yours if you did not pay for them. I gave you what you agreed to pay me to give you. So anything else after that is extra money. Don't be surprised when you be like, oh, there was like one or two that I think I should have got that I didn't get. Oh, well, there's like a couple dollars that I should get that I didn't get. And if you want them.
Yeah.
This is a job. This is a service. We aren't free workers.
We're really not.
Not at all.
Like, don't have me come to any function and be like, yo, where's your camera at? My camera is at the crib. Like, at the crib. It's really in the car because you should never not have your camera. But if you're not willing to pay me, I'm not about to just start shooting for you just because. Like, if I feel like shooting, I might hit you up and be like, yo, you want to take some pictures? Like, most of my homies know, if you friends with me and I know you can dress, I'm going to just hit you and be like, yo, you want to go take some pictures? And they'll be like, sure, throw a fit on. We'll go out somewhere, take some pictures. But if we are not cool like that, and I do not talk to you on a regular basis, do not assume that just because I'm in the vicinity of you, I'm about to just take pictures of you just because. Maybe if I'm feeling good, but definitely not just because for the free.
Yeah.
You got to throw me something because I'm definitely about to spend some time editing these pictures still. And time is money. You paying me for what I know.
Also, since we're students and we're still young, me and Quang have this issue of getting to places.
Ooh, yeah. That is a young problem.
Uber is expensive.
It is expensive.
We don't want to buy Uber.
Y'all do have a liberty, though, that's different from what I have, though. So, like, although you may not be able to travel everywhere, I have a certain, like, time that I can travel.
Right.
So, like, one of the things that I've noticed when it comes to, like, sports photography specifically, like, if I'm shooting for schools and stuff, I can't really shoot for schools because of my work schedule. So, like, I'll get off work and I can come to part of a game, or I might be able to see one half of the game, but I would never be able to see a JV game.
Right.
Because of the time I get off of work.
Right.
And y'all have that liberty to be able to go a lot of places at times that other people don't. So, if transportation is your only issue, you need to find you a friend with a car.
Yeah. And we got some. We got some whip. We got some whip.
Get you a friend with a car, and all you got to do is be like, yo, I'll slide you some gas and take some pictures of you if you help me get to X, Y, and Z. And then you go to X, Y, Z. And if y'all are the homies, they might not even ask you for that bread back. Like, most of the time, my homies, if I'm like, yo, I'm going over here, about to take pictures, whatever, da-da-da, and they end up taking me over there, or we end up, like, linking and doing something.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, I'm about to send you that bread. They're like, nah, you can keep it. Like, I had a good time. I know I'm going to get some flicks.
How we feel about traveling? Like, I have a friend. He wants me this summer to come to his AAU games. And some of them are in different states. That's
so
big.
If you want me to come to a different state, you're going to pay me to come to a different state.
Yeah.
So whatever the price would be for me to come over there is what it is. But, like, if you are in Virginia and all I got to do is figure out how to get to this jump, wherever the game is, like AAU, I know they don't really play in Carolina. They don't really play in this vicinity of area.
Virginia Beach,
like DC, Virginia Beach. But if you want me to come out there and take pictures, I'll do that too. But you just gotta pay me for my travels.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would go to Florida.
I'll go everywhere.
That's fine. I'll go to Florida. It's just I'm not paying for the hotel, the expenses. I'm here to take pictures.
That's really what it is. And a lot of places, like, if you end up shooting You'll learn this later on. I feel like you guys will get to that point in your career where somebody will want you to shoot for something where it requires travel.
Yeah.
They'll pay for that type of stuff.
For
so
sure.
like if people want you to do the work, they're gonna make sure you're available to come do the work for them. Like if you're in Texas and you say, yo, I need you to take pictures, and they know I'm in Virginia, and I'm like, well, I live out in Virginia. They're like, oh, I got your flight. I got a place for you to stay, whatever, da-da-da. And then you getting paid for taking your pictures while you there, too. All that stuff is stuff that if you want me to come somewhere to take pictures, you need to make it available for me to come take these pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I was getting paid to take pictures of Eam when I went to the DC show, right?
Uh-huh.
I would have asked for them to pay for my travel up there.
Uh-huh.
And then depending on how long he needed me, if I needed to be in a hotel. And that's just what it would need to be.
Have that post have like Eam Triplin noticed that, or
his page seen it. I don't think he runs his page because it said like, so he saw my story of when I posted the picture, and I posted it more than once, and he's seen it more than once, but he just hasn't liked it. So that makes me think that he doesn't run his page, because why would you not support your fans?
Right.
Like I took pictures of Chase Secure. If you guys don't know who Chase Secure is, go listen to his music. But I took pictures of him when I went to his concert. I was front row. I dapped him up and everything on stage. Crazy.
Ooh.
But when I posted a picture of him and he saw it and he liked it, and then he sees it. He's seen it when I posted it on my story, and then some of the opening artists also seen my stuff and they liked it or reshared it, or whatever the case is. So it's like, would I like people to see my stuff? Yeah. Do they? We don't really know.
Yeah.
But as far as for like shooting at the concert, that's what I would have asked for, like in some type of fashion or form. But like, this is what I would require for it to be able to do this. Like if they needed me out there and I was up until like 4 a.m. shooting, I'm gonna need somewhere to sleep because I can't drive home.
Right.
Off of this.
All right. So one thing that I noticed about you again is you also have your own podcast. Is it like a group podcast?
So that's crazy. All right, so I have more than one podcast, but one podcast just hasn't came out yet.
Okay.
I do have a group podcast. I do that with my family. It's called Let's Rap About It, a real ass podcast.
Yeah.
And we just be on there talking about what be going on in life and things from the family setting. We just dropped the Christmas episode. Y'all know Christmas around the corner, so if you feel like being in a happy jolly mood, go listen to that episode. We were just talking about the greatest Christmas of all time things, like movies, food, memories.
Elf.
Elf. That's your top Christmas
Hold on, put on the hat right now.
It's one of the best.
Top Christmas movie is Elf? I don't know. Elf is up there. It's up there, but number one? Shout out to Christmas.
There you go. We got a little Elf in
yes,
the
sir.
crib.
That's crazy. Don't let him do you like that.
We're the same height. Like, I'm the same height as him. I think I'm a little taller than him, actually. I'll dunk on him. We can go out and hoop right now.
Yes, sir. I'll capture the moment for you. 4K.
You see. I actually quit basketball.
I get up there.
Word? You used to play?
I used to play. I used to play for freshman in JV.
Okay. You was nice.
He was.
Okay.
He's a shooter.
Here's the difference.
He's a shooter.
Here's the difference. I didn't have a lot of confidence, but like when they put me in the game, I'm gonna be Allen Iverson type shit. I'm going. I play guard.
The 2 minutes he gets is highlight reel.
Highlight reel.
Like so. Listen. I was a
You
bench
first of
warmer.
all,
I was a bench warmer, so
it's okay. Me too.
we will do what we can.
Yeah, I would do exactly what I can.
I don't even try.
I would surprise everybody. That's what's crazy. Like anytime something would happen in the gym, they'd be just surprised. They'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think Isaiah could do that."
Okay. So there was one game that I played. It was last year. I played JV.
Yeah.
I played against Mountain View. So I got put in like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And they say, okay, I got one name. They call me Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red. They call me Big Red. And when I can go to the game and don't see, oh, here comes Big Red. Big Red. And I was lit. I was hyped.
Every time the sub comes in, it gets lit.
Yeah, every time the backup come in, bro. So I didn't bring up the ball, but I was playing a big guard. They swung me to the ball in the wings. I don't remember the play. I said, you know what? That man kind of stepped back. I kind of like, let me shoot that bitch. Swish.
Water.
Water.
Put him in the game, coach.
Go back to defense.
Big Red.
I got a clutch. I stole that. Somebody.
Oh, you played defense?
I played defense. I got a charge too.
Oh, you got a charge.
Turn that over.
In 2 minutes.
Hey, in 2 minutes. And
whole highlight tape.
I bring up the ball.
Walking bucket.
I bring up the ball. We do some passing because I didn't know what to do. And it came back to me at the top key. I didn't know what to do. Let me switch that bitch again. Boom. Back to back. Back to back.
Talking that talk.
Back
don't
to back.
play with Quang,
So
bro.
don't play with me.
Don't get caught by Quang.
So in 30 seconds, I score 6 points.
Oh, he trying to tell you. He Tracy McGrady part 2. Tracy McGrady part 2.
And that's it. I say, let me calm down.
Pat Bev.
Let me pat Bev a little bit. I play some great defense. Boom. Then,
why they not starting you, bro? Why they doing you like
listen, right after that Mountain View game, I got a great practice. I didn't miss at all. We play against Brook Point. They put me in the second quarter. I fumble.
Oh.
And that's the bench warmer start back. The lights shut down. I fumble.
It's
but
not good, bro.
It was a good memory.
The gym
playing on a team. The thing they don't tell you is it's different when you out there in the game.
Yeah,
like, you can play any time, and then for some reason, as soon as you put that jersey on, you're scared.
You're on God.
Lose all thought processing. You be like, bro, I be hooping in the gym, and now we're in here and there's people in here. For some reason, I just can't seem to do what I normally be doing.
It's just you need confidence. That's all
you just gotta build that confidence up.
Also with the gyms, like with photography, like the gym is really important because it really matters. Like if you see the gym, you gotta get the right settings, and if the gym is naturally dark, like Caroline gym.
If you can shoot in Caroline, you can shoot anywhere. That's what I tell people. I'm like, if you can shoot in the Caroline gym, you can shoot in any gym. Because I swear, Massaponic's gym I feel like is just as dark as Caroline. Not
even lying to you. Cortland?
And it don't help they got them dark colors in there too.
Cortland has nice gym.
Yeah, Cortland is a nice gym, actually.
I gotta come to a Cortland game.
You really do.
You got to.
You guys gonna get me certified? I can come to the Cortland game?
Yes.
Oh yeah, but one thing you gotta notice about when you come to a Cortland game, they're gonna be like 10 photographers.
Oh, that's straight with me. As long as they don't come get me in trouble, I'm really fine.
Listen. We used to be able to sit on the floor, right? Like against like up in the baseline. Yeah. But now when I try to do that, the AD said, "Oh, you can't sit there. You can't sit there." It really changed the rule.
Also, the cheerleaders. Oh my god.
The cheerleaders.
They be walking like
they walk in front of the frame. Yeah. No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Some people they see you shooting, right? Yeah. And they stop and wait until you put down the camera. Cheerleaders, they walk past the camera.
Yeah.
I had this amazing shot of this block, right? And I got him jumping up, and then cheerleader gets in the frame, and I missed the entire block. It was a beautiful shot, and I missed the entire thing because of the cheerleader. And I was so mad. I was so salty.
It was all it gonna happen.
It's gonna happen though. That's the problem.
It gonna happen.
You might not even want to waste your time being mad. You just be like, well, get the next shot because it's gonna happen also, so many times.
Like, before the game, they walk up to you, take some pictures of the cheerleaders.
they gonna happen.
Yeah, I got you.
You're not wrong. I literally was at the game the other night, and one of the cheerleaders was like, "You take pictures of the boys?" I was like, "Yeah."
You got pictures of me?
He was like, "You gonna take pictures of cheerleaders?" I was like,
"Yeah,
baby."
And then she was like, "Did the boys be paying you?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh."
and also not even the cheerleader, them ref.
The ref.
Oh my gosh, the ref is bad.
I understand the ref is doing their work. They're trying to like ref.
Oh, standing in front of the camera.
Yeah, but like
I feel like they be doing it on purpose sometimes.
So one time that I actually like shooting a perfect angle, perfect shot. The ref see me, like he actually like stared
right in front of you.
They stare at me for like a solid 3 seconds. I'm about to say hi. He get in front of me. I think I know what they're doing.
They're just trying to get you.
Quinn, you're also guilty of this. The other day at the Caroline game, he was sitting in front of me and I was shooting. He goes up on. It was on a fast break. And it was 2 people. He went up. The guy went up for a layup, and he jumped with him, and he made the layup. I didn't get the shot because Quank stood up.
That's crazy. Hey, that's why positioning is super important. Yeah. Because if I stand in the stands, I know somebody probably gonna stand up. So I usually try to stay real close to the bottom row.
Yeah. So basically, I brought him okay, he actually brought me to Caroline to shoot because he wanted to borrow the camera. I say sure, and I low key like at that point like okay, I know one of my boys on Cortland.
Yeah,
his name is Mikhail. Like I mess with him a lot, and every time he like scores something, I was like hype, but I low key forgot that he's taking pictures right behind me.
Caught up in the game.
Yeah, so
He stood up.
like Mikhail got an open layup. I was like, yo, and he's just like, Quay, what are you doing?
He's like, what are you talking about? You didn't see him make the layup.
If
No, I
did that,
didn't.
if I did that, he would be pissed. Quay would be pissed.
My fault, twin. My
bro.
fault, twin. I didn't know. I was too high. But yeah, basically, and like when you do photography in sport, it's like specific. Fuck, it like for basketball, people gonna get in your way.
My favorite.
It's gonna happen, and it don't matter what sport it is. Somebody gonna get in your way. At any
a lot,
sport.
yeah. So you gotta like thug it out.
My favorite spot to sit on is either like bottom right baseline or in
like,
the stands.
At, like the corner. I love shooting in the stand.
I like
I
shooting in the
don't
stands.
mind shooting in the stand. I think shooting in the stand is cool if I was doing video, but specifically because I'm taking pictures, I be trying to sit on close to the baseline on the corner, or if I can sit underneath of the basket. Cause I've sat there before and the refs don't never say nothing to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes the AD
be tripping.
be like, yeah, can you make sure you stand back from the court? We don't want the refs to hit you. And I'm like, if that grown man can't see me,
it's not.
It's his fault because I'm not in his way. I'm way out the way. That's why I'm like, if he gonna hit me, he gonna hit the wall.
Yeah.
Please respect camera gear. Camera gear is like we've already talked about how expensive it is. Don't go fuck around with people's stuff. Please.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like if you see a bag with the camera in there, don't even touch. Don't even touch it. Don't come near it.
I don't think I've ever experienced having somebody.
So
equipment like that.
I used to like be tweaking out with my camera and stuff. I just like leave there on the floor. And I just walk to the concession.
Yeah, you definitely tweaking out. That's why I'm like, people messing with your stuff. How that happen?
Like
leave it there.
I was going to the concession. I was like, is it a bad idea if I left my camera behind?
Yeah, this is a bad idea if I just leave my car unlocked in this dangerous neighborhood. hope I come back. Leave the keys in the switch just in case.
So I was thinking about it. I came back, bro. There's a kid was like tossing my camera. Like,
that's insane.
There was a kid like tossing my camera.
With a basketball.
Like I'm about to like okay. I'm about to be on my nerve like swing, but let me say it's my fault because I left the camera.
It's
behind.
definitely your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault. So everywhere that I go to like an event or something, camera on me.
I'm glad you learned that lesson real early.
Camera on me every time.
That would have been a very expensive lesson to learn. I've dropped this camera one time. Yeah, that was a rough. Oh man, I thought the camera bag was closed.
I get terrified dropping the lens cap. Dropping anything like any part of it.
Oh my
the
gosh.
lens cover that makes me even scared.
I'm just glad it wasn't the lens. I dropped the camera. It was just the camera body.
Okay.
But still, when I dropped it, I was like,
dropping the lens would.
If I dropped the lens, I'd probably poop my pants. Like
we take care of it like of the camera like our kids.
No, for real.
Like
this is my baby right here.
You wanna? You wanna shoot my camera? Absolutely not.
Like, no. There's people at my school. Like no disrespect. Okay, I'll fuck with you. I mess with you. but listen, you gotta know like I'm doing my job, and they keep saying, "Yo, let me hop on the camera. Let me hop on the camera." No.
Yeah, you gotta know who to say yes and who to say no to.
Yes.
Like, there are some people I will let shoot my camera, even if like I don't know how comfortable I am with you shooting it. But I'm like, the only way for you to be able to figure this out kind of would be if I let you use it. So I'm like, put the strap on, and I let them know. I'm like, offer if this don't break, you gonna have to pay for it.
$1,500.
That usually will make somebody decide whether or not they want to hold it. Most people, when you tell them that, they're like, nah, I'm good. And then you be like, you sure? And they'll be like, yeah. Because some people know how much they do cost. They're like, and some people don't, but they'll be like, it looks like it costs more than I can afford.
Yeah, so it really depends on the people that you know, like which person you gotta know, like how they gonna handle the camera and stuff.
Yeah. Usually most people, I'll just tell them how much it is up front. So like they'll have it on, I'll be like, all right, that's about $3,000 you got right there. So go ahead and hold that. And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, you already got it. Don't panic now. Just hold still.
I'll be saying that, yo, listen, you got like feel bands on your hands right there.
Not literally.
But so I got some of my friend. they be like doing this bands to band stuff, like flexing their money.
Yeah, this is my bands right here.
Yeah, like if you want to go band to band, I got you. Like
pull out my lens collection.
Pull it out and what's up? We talking.
You only have 2 lenses right now?
Yeah, I got a 24-70 and a 70-200.
I need a 24 to 270. I need a 24 to 70. And then you're only having the 18
70
to, oh yeah, the
200.
70 200. Yeah, right now. All right, so I have it's bad. All my lenses are Fuji. I have a 27 millimeter 2.8, 23 1.4. 1.4, right? Yeah, 23 1.4. I have a 50 f2. I have the 70 200 2.8, and I have a 35 1.4.
You do need a zoom lens. You do need them 24-70.
Yeah, I was like that would complete the kit, but I have a lot of lenses. Oh, and I have a dispo lens too, the little one of the little plastic lenses from a disposable camera.
Oh,
and it's on a mount.
Okay.
So I put it on my cam, take some pictures with it. It looks cool.
Look pretty dope.
Yeah.
So are you excited for your camera coming in?
Very. I'm gonna be shooting so much. Like, shooting is so exciting. Like going to a game and like, all right, what pictures am I gonna get out of this today? Is this gonna be a amazing shoot or a mediocre shoot? That is.
No, it's always an amazing shoot because I'm gonna learn something.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's bad, and be like, well,
try something new.
now I know what I can do next time.
Yeah, like he said earlier this episode, he said like the first feeling that have the camera, you gonna shoot everything.
I'm literally gonna take pictures of everything. As soon as I open it up, I'm gonna take a picture of whatever is in my room.
I
new
got
lens, new camera,
everything.
anything new. I'm taking pictures of everything for like the first 3 weeks. I'm taking pictures of anything.
So the first time that I got my first camera, it was a Canon Rebel XSI, and I was
Is it power shot?
No, it's not power shot.
Okay.
So it come in a kit lens.
Okay.
Then I was so excited. I shoot everything. I think I like in 1 hour, I shot like 500 pictures already.
Great.
I shot 500
in
like
1 hour.
And when I count everything, I count like, and when I about to check out the pictures, I realized they actually just have the SD. So the camera come with a little SD card.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know how many gigabytes it have. I keep shooting, and it just like end up with 2 gigabytes, like of the SD card.
Oh, that sounds about right.
So I was like, God damn. But it's a good, fun little experience when you get like come to your first camera.
Yeah. That big Canon camera, it had like a CF card.
Yeah.
Which is like it's like a big gray block. And you had to put it into an adapter to plug it into the USB port.
Oh yeah.
That's what I used. That's what my pictures used to be on, and that joint was not fast.
No.
Whew.
Not at all.
I don't know if I might not have got 500 pictures on it. It might have only been like a good 250.
Yeah, but taking pictures and seeing how much comes out, sometimes that's intimidating. 2,000 pictures and how to pick out of 2,000 pictures.
Yeah, you gotta start getting more decisive, and that'll happen more as you shoot.
Yeah,
you'll be more decisive in what you want to shoot. Cause sometimes it's just about taking the picture long enough. If you start taking it too early and then you play it all the way through, that's how you're gonna end up with like all 2,000 some pictures. Yeah, and sometimes that's gonna happen. Like you're just gonna have to shoot for the fact of not wanting to miss. But it's all about decisiveness.
Right. This man overshot 2,000 pictures. How long did it take for you like pick out the pictures for the client?
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours?
Oh, because I was picking out for multiple people.
I was about to say I'm skipping through. Well, I mean, even if you're shooting burst shots, I'm like,
I'm gonna skip through.
I got
2 hours just picking out pictures.
I got 238 pictures out of it.
No, sir.
No, sir. No.
Listen,
I was 2,000 pictures. I'm guaranteeing you, I'm about to get a good 28. I'm not getting no 200 pictures. No, sir.
It was some nice pictures though. They were.
Yeah,
I got like
sure.
$100-something out of it, so I was happy.
You got $100 for 200.
100 and something, like 150. Because I was picking out pictures for myself, for my portfolio too, not just for the clients.
Got you.
I see a nice picture, I'm gonna pick it, I'm gonna edit it, and I'm gonna have it for myself. Because the pictures aren't just for other people; they're for me to look at too.
Yeah. This is so crazy because hearing what I remember when I used to charge what I charged when I first started compared to what I charge now. I'm like, wow.
I'm not in it for the bread.
You're right. I mean, I won't say I'm not in it for the bread because I need money to pay for what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, we all do.
I definitely do it for the love of doing it. Like, I go out and take pictures just cause all the time, but still, it just lets me know how different things are. Like, as the years go by, like, I feel like once you guys get, you know, almost 10 years into your photography career, you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I used to charge X, Y, and Z for this, and now I charge this, and it'd be just because you've learned so much since then that you realize what the worth of what you know is.
I'm so passionate about this stuff. Like, of course I've had hobbies and interests before, but I've never taken it to this level.
No, it's different. It's
Yeah,
different when
it gonna
you
be
wanna
different.
make
I
a
love
career out of it.
photography.
Like I started taking pictures just for fun.
For the
like,
love of the game.
Yeah, last year I started because I was with the varsity game. Like, everywhere I go, because I'm in JV, I just like taking pictures for them. Like, every night I just like send out to them. I took solid 400 pictures per game. I sent out 400 pictures. That's I did. Listen. I don't even edit. Because I didn't know. I just like take solid.
Oh, yeah. I do remember them days. Hey, make sure people that have started picking, you humble yourself and remember the days we used to do things like this.
Like raw ass pictures. I just uploaded. You know what? Send them the link.
I'd be uploading anything and sending it to somebody. I'd be doing some of the worst edits you've ever seen and be like, yeah, these are fire. I'm about to send these just off to the client. They get them and they like them too. Like, both of us are stupid.
Yeah.
When
these pictures are not good.
When I tell people about my photography and I tell them I'm making money, they're like, yo. Oh, because there was this one kid. He said, I told him about me and Quang's partnership. And he said, yo, get in there, get the bread, and leave Quang. I'm like, what?
That's disrespectful.
That's mad disrespectful because I'm not in it for just the bread. This is a passion.
There are people who are like that, though.
And I'm going to make this my career.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to find those people in the photography community, but I know there have to be some of those types of people out there because they're just people like that in life.
Yeah.
But you're going to run into some people who are just doing it for the money, who are competitive and make sure that they lock. I mean, granted, you always want to lock down your clients. So that's always nice to have returning clients and have people you know that are going to come get work from you. But never, be jealous of the next man for what they got going on that you got going on. So like, if somebody else do choose them over choosing me, I'm like, well, I just got to work harder and figure out how to get my stuff to look better. Or not look better, but be more appealing to the type of demographic that I'm reaching for. Like, I take pictures of so many different things that it's like, if you need any type of picture, you can hit me. But there are people who are going to be more specific and want just somebody who's going to take sports pictures because you're focusing all your energy into that. Yeah. So you're going to be able, theoretically, if you continue to do sports pictures and I was still doing everything, there could be a turning point where you're better at sports photography than me just for the fact that you have more experience. So just because of your experience, you could be able to take a better photo than me. Right.
I love sports photography more than any other type of photography. Street photography is the second for me, but sports photography is just, I don't know, it's just something about it. Like seeing the action happen, looking down at your camera and seeing that picture is such an amazing feeling.
Oh, for real.
And make sure you remember that feeling because, like, you never want to forget the reason for why you're taking pictures. Because there were my times when I would put my camera down and I'd be like, yeah, I don't really feel like taking pictures right now. Or like, I would just go do so many things instead of taking pictures because I fell out of love with it because it wasn't giving me what I wanted. And then it took me stepping back and being like, well, why did I start taking pictures? Right. Because I like taking pictures. So I should take pictures because of that. And then the type of people that I want to pay me will come afterward.
My first time actually shooting, I got this picture, and I felt so good.
That's a good picture, and that's the thing. Like,
felt so.
That's why
good.
I tell people shoot whatever you have, and just see what you get. Because photography is one of those things where it's a learned trait. Like, you don't just wake up and be good at pictures. You can be good enough. Like, you might have an eye. Like, I'll say I had an eye because I would be able to see it. Like, I would take pictures and stuff, and people would tell me, like, I would have never thought to take the picture like that. Right. And that's the same response I got, which is what led to me having the name A Different Angle, because people were always like, I would have never just chose to shoot it like that.
Luis, before you got into photography, you used to edit videos, right?
Yeah.
He used to edit them them like take a short part of a movie, then edit them. He's great. Like the cinematography.
Oh, word.
He do that.
That's
shit.
what Tyler does. Tyler, he's more of a cinematographer than he is a photographer. And like in his book, he would rather shoot video than take photo.
I'd rather shoot photo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm good at video. It's just the work is so tedious with the editing, replaying it.
Yes.
Like I get tired of just listening to the same sound over and over again. I'd rather just look at a picture and edit it than edit a video.
I've tried editing video, and I have video that I do have to start doing, but in editing, I'd be like, man, I'm really tired of doing this.
Yes, bro.
Hearing the same thing for an hour and a half.
More.
Just keep on, go back again.
Oh no.
Oh, this needs to be moved. Switch this.
But the real thing about like the difference between photography and videography is like videography like double the work.
Literally double the work.
Double the work.
If not triple the work.
Yeah. But yeah.
Because now I got to figure out how to condense everything that we've recorded into one thing, and it all needs to be cohesive. Versus with the picture, I have a still frame, and I captured it how I wanted the frame to look, and now I just have to color it.
Yeah.
With like, especially with mixtapes, turn a mixtape is a 1 hour long game, and you have to turn that into 3 minutes.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
Yeah.
If I get 3 minutes of somebody hooping well enough.
Exactly, and you have to line it up with the song. You have to
The
time
chopping.
everything.
So when it come out to
Some
people
composition.
question like why people.
My dog.
Yeah. So it come to like when people ask why people charge like so much more than for video than for like photos. You know why? Because we have to like record videos like
the amount of time it takes to do a video is significantly more than it takes to do a photo.
yes.
And I mean, for obvious reasons, right? Because a photo is one frame and a video is many frames.
Yeah.
But it's about the cohesion of it. So, like, everything needs to sync up well and all blend together. Because if it doesn't, you're going to be able to see it. And you'll notice it, too. You'll feel it. Like, you'll watch it and you'll be like, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And it'll be something in there. And it could be one thing. You could do the whole video well, and it'd be one part. And you'd be like, I just really didn't like that part. And that's really all it takes for to mess a video up. So you have to look through everything you have. You have to be very fine-tuned with it.
Right.
Just look at the animation field. 12 years to make Frozen. Frozen 2,
Ridiculous.
it took them 12
12
years.
years. See, look, that's crazy. I'm gonna stick to photography right now.
Yeah, photography is where it's at for me. There would be some video, like, I shot one of my own music videos before, and it took me 30 minutes to record, 30 minutes or 40 minutes to record the intro sequence to it. And then recording the actual video, like the portion where I was performing, was probably like 12 minutes. And then I edited for 6 hours.
It's like horrible.
Hell no. Fuck that.
Like, you've been doing this for years now.
Yeah.
And how did you, did you go to college?
I did. I went to college for 2 years. I did not graduate. But
What
I did
major?
go.
What major?
That was the problem. I didn't have that really narrowed down because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
But you had a social life in college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you, with photography, I know it takes a lot of time out of your schedule to go shoot, take time to edit. How do you balance your social life in that?
That's crazy. Well, maybe it's because I wasn't doing super great in school, but I felt like I had way more time to take pictures when I was in college than I did when I was in high school.
Oh yeah.
Because like you get to pick your class schedule. So like I went to class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I was only in class for like two or 3 hours. Because the classes aren't that long. Classes like an hour and 15 minutes, and I would have 2 classes on each of those days.
Yeah.
So I'm there for like 3 hours, and I'll leave, and I got the rest of the day to do whatever I want.
You know, I'm a freshman. I'm not, I still have a lot of free time, but I also have friends, and I have a girlfriend, and I have a family. So having to take the time to do my photography stuff, but also spend time with the people I love, that gets a little hard and
It's a
gets a
balance.
little people upset at me. Evelyn.
It's a balance.
But I've been trying my best, but I think I need to find a better way to balance it with my photography and my friends.
It's about managing your time. So like, and I know I try to do this when I'm editing specifically because I be wasting time when I'm editing.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta have more so have like a schedule. So in knowing that, all right, I'm gonna go see my girl at this time, and then once I see my girl, we're gonna go do X, Y, and Z. When does that leave me time to edit? I can edit either when I'm not with her, or if we're gonna be doing something that doesn't require my full attention. Like if she's got to do something, but I'm just here, I can edit while she's doing that. So it's all about making the most out of your time.
That's Quang. I be seeing it and I hear about it. How he's always editing. He always has his MacBook.
There's never a wrong time. Don't let him beat you up. There's never a wrong time.
Half day, last day before break, he's in Algebra 2 editing.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
If I did all my work, you can't say anything.
So I was editing like for the whole block, and my teacher said, "Quang, are you doing work?"
My work.
Yeah.
What my grades looking like?
Hey, as long as I'm passing school.
Yeah, as long as I'm passing school, I'm straight.
I'm not passing with flying colors, but I'm passing.
Nah, I don't know about that.
hey, listen, I'm ahead of the curve. I'm in Algebra 2 as a freshman. And Algebra 2 is a junior level class.
You're right, and Algebra 2 is hard. I'm not good at math.
Algebra 2 is not very hard. I'm not struggling with it very much, but it's balancing school, and I'm getting a job soon. School, job, photography, girlfriend, friends. That's a lot.
It is
a lot, but I think you'll be able to figure it out. Yeah. It's really just making use of your time, like how he's editing when he's just like has any general time. Is really kind of the better way for me to edit because then I get to see the picture when I'm in a different environment when my eyes haven't seen it. So if you sit in front of a screen long enough, your eyes are gonna adjust to what you're seeing, so you're not gonna be able to see details and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's always better to come back to it later. It do take a little bit balancing it out. And you'll find times where it's like, oh, I feel like I haven't been doing photos as much as normal or whatever it is. Because, like, I bounce back and forth. So, like, I'll do music and then spend, like, a month or whatever focusing on music. Whether that's, making sure the song's mixed and I got cover art and possibly a music video or whatever it is. And then after that's out, I go back to doing photos and worrying about when I'm going to drop pictures and things like that. So it's kind of like a give and take. So you really, once you fine tune your schedule of like, especially knowing how you are as a person, like, all right, well, after I do this, I'm not going to feel like doing anything else. So.
As a person, I'm not a very outgoing person. So people always.
No, you wouldn't say so.
I wouldn't say so. So whenever people want to go out to these places that take a lot of energy and a lot of social battery to just be there.
Yeah.
It's hard because I'm just not that type of person. What I like is just spending time with somebody, doing whatever, watching a show, watching a movie, just having them there while I'm living just living. It's called Sonder. The fact that everyone around
Shout out Brent Fias.
I love Brent Fias.
Yeah.
Love Brent Fias.
Come on the pod.
Sonder.
Hey, listen.
Sonder. Everyone around you has a life, and I just I have my own life. I have my own story, and having people be a part of that, just having them in my life while I'm doing my work, that means a lot to me. Like if I'm sitting there editing and you can just sit there with me in that comforting silence in my bubble, that's big for me.
Yes.
Like the other day I was over here with Quang was just editing and I was just sitting there and it was great. I was watching TikTok and he was just sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And something about like that, just having people around you while you're living your normal life.
I'll be editing and my girl will be sitting doing whatever, or like I'll edit. Tyler will be editing and I'll be editing, and it will be dead silent, or it won't be silent. Like we'll be having music videos playing in the background, but that's all we'll be doing is just sitting. And people have like walked in the room while that's going on. They'll be like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "We're editing." And they're like, "Why are y'all just sitting here?"
Luis, soon we're gonna have our own office.
I'm 15. I'm a freshman.
No. I got
buddy, you gonna have an office, and I'm gonna be there. That's how it's gonna be.
Just like the camera.
Every time you gotta show like, hey, I need you here by this time, by this day. I gonna need you.
Yeah, but I feel like having a support system and always being there. Especially if
Ooh,
you're
you do need
if
a
you
support system.
you definitely
They
need a
don't talk
support
about
system.
that.
Like when you get in a dry spot and you're just sitting there and not knowing what to do, and just having that person there with you, giving you ideas or just being supportive, that means a lot, and it brings you out of a slump.
It do. Like, I will admit, me being around my girl and her supporting me in my photography has made me want to go a lot harder with my photography. I felt like I got complacent, which is what led me to not shooting as much. But having somebody who appreciates the work that you do and like bring value to your art encourages you to keep going. So like me being able to show her and like other people who do care about my pictures and stuff, they're like, I'm putting out stuff and they're like, yo, this is dope, like this is fire. That makes me want to keep going. And having that support system it can take you to a lot of places you didn't know you could go, just because somebody is willing to say how much they like something you did.
Yeah.
When I see somebody who has 2,000 followers like my post or follow me back, that's big. That means like that makes me feel like even if they're a small creator, 2,000 isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. But having someone at that level, that much ahead of me, noticing my work and supporting that means a lot to me.
Yes, sir.
Somebody like have an upper level than you, but like notice your work and like your work, that's mean a lot.
That's funny because like, and I have the same thing. Like there are photographers that I look up to and like whose opinion to me matters when it comes to my work. So I'll like try to figure out either what I could do to make my work not look like theirs, but where it could be comparable as to like, oh, I can see the comparison in between these two pieces, and I'll present it to them. And like even more recently, I'll like show people who are my inspiration or my idols in photography my work, and they're like, yo, these look real good, like I like what you did, the composition's great, like your edit was fire. I'm like, this means I'm going in the right direction.
The other night,
makes me want to keep going.
The other night, me and Quinn were texting, and he showed me a picture, and he tried to see. He sees my style, and he said, "I'm gonna try and get a picture like that," because he has his own style, and I have my own style.
It's good to have your own style.
It's very noticeable. But he showed me a picture he edited, and then I told him, "Try to use this," and then he said, "Oh wow, you have a really nice eye. That looked really good."
I know, like right after he told me like what he did, and like I was like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I like that. I'm trying to be like that.
That
put you on game.
That gave me the more confidence in posting my pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to yell at Tyler. He'd be sitting on heat. I'm like, yo, post something. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, post something, bro. What do you mean you don't know? He's like, oh, I don't really think it looked that good. I was like, I didn't ask you that. I asked you to post it. And I'd be doing the same thing with him and his music. I'd be like, you need to go to the studio. You need to drop. It's good to have somebody like that that's going to encourage you to keep going, though.
I also,
that's my method.
I love it when people criticize my work, too.
Yeah.
Unless it's a random person who knows nothing about photography.
Listen,
or
man,
just
if you're going to critique
like
my work, just tell me what you didn't like. Don't tell me you don't like it and you ain't got a reason. That's my only rule when it comes to critiques.
Yeah.
If you can give me a proper explanation or show me an example of what you're looking for, then I'll take it. But if you just don't like it and I'm like, why? And you're like, it just doesn't really look that good, I'm not listening to you.
Like,
you're not contributing.
No, because Quang, I've asked him to criticize my work and my edits, and he has, and that's helped me with improving my work.
Yeah, you got to be able to take criticism to get better.
Because when I first edited, there was lots of noise. Noise was an issue, so he told me use denoise, use others.
Denoise.
Shout out denoise.
Shout out denoise. Shout out denoise.
Use denoise. Use other things. Reduce noise.
Yeah, learn the photography triangle.
Yeah.
Always the ISO.
Yeah.
Aperture.
Yeah.
Shutter speed.
Yes, sir.
Learn those three.
Learn those three, and you can take a picture.
Oh God.
The sports photography, keep the aperture at 2.8. Don't touch it.
Like keep the lowest. The lowest.
If whatever you can get it, the lowest you can get it to go is the better thing.
Yes.
Not even gonna lie to you. In most situations, don't shoot at 1.2 and be mad because you can't see their feet and you was focusing on their face.
It really matters on the settings of the camera.
It sure do.
Educating yourself with how that works and
yeah, because I used to shoot everything wide open. I'm shooting all at 1.4 every photo. shoot a portrait. They be like, I can't see my ear. Look at your face though, super sharp.
But yeah, but come to like posting stuff, like our creative stuff. It comes to like consistent is the key too. Also,
yeah, consistency does, especially with social media, because the algorithm not gonna help you. So in order for them to show you, I mean, you gotta post.
Like
1 week into my Insta.
Stop holding on to that heat that you got in the locker and drop it, my guy.
on God.
I've had my photography Instagram up for 2 weeks.
Woo!
I already have 6 posts.
Yes, sir.
And
Flex
over
on
100
these.
followers.
Consistent is the key.
Consistency is the key.
Consistent is the key.
The most likes I've got on a post was when I collaborated with Quang, and it was around 200.
Yes, sir. Let me tell y'all something. If you want likes on your posts, start collabing with people.
Collab with
I don't
people.
care what they say. They say you did those not all your likes. Yes, they are. They're on my picture. I don't. If you seen this picture and you liked it, that means you liked it. Regardless if it means that you follow me or not, I'm gonna take however many likes I can get.
Also, to my personal friends, I'm sorry I don't follow you back on my.
I'm not sorry.
On my photography account. I wish I could, but I can't.
There's gotta be there's
limits. There's limits to it.
Initially, that's the right move to make, because
Yeah.
I would use my photography account to get inspiration. So I'm looking at other photographers' works up there. I ain't trying to see you taking a picture of your food on my TL. I'm trying to be inspired.
I got my personal account for a reason.
Follow the personal.
Follow the person. I'll follow you. Follow anybody back on my personal account.
Don't unfollow the photography page because I don't follow you back.
Please don't.
I'm sorry. I don't follow you back. It's just it has to happen.
You back once I get some more followers. Once I get some more followers on there, I'll follow you back, and I'm not gonna have to keep checking. That's what I started doing. Eventually, like granted, I don't have a whole lot of followers on my page. We're almost at 400.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Push it up.
If at 400, I'm doing a giveaway. You heard it here first.
Giveaway.
I'm gonna give away
followers.
a photo shoot. Give away a photo shoot. Yeah, $500 value.
But
for free.
I have friends. I have friends. They're out there. They say, "Follow me back on your photography account." I say,
just so their numbers look good.
Like
it's one person. You be alright.
No, I wish I could, but I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, you're gonna lose some followers like that, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's part of the process.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes,
it's part
sir.
of the process.
But
I just need you to. I need you to see the work. That's really the only reason I'm trying to get you to follow the page. So
and if you unfollow, I see how it is. I see where
Fake.
I see how we're. You're not gonna support me. I'm not gonna support you.
So
don't be like that.
No, I'm Betty. You wanna start your own business. You start your own Instagram for your business. Hey, bro, you don't follow me, I'm not gonna follow you.
Don't be petty like Louis.
I'm sorry.
I get it, but don't be petty. Only because that you putting that karma out there. You need that karma to come back to you. So although you might not be supporting me the way I want you to support me, I'm gonna look out, because it happens every now and again. You gonna have people that you come across and you like, well, dang, like I've been supporting you for a long time. And you like halfway supporting me. Does it mean I should stop supporting you? I guess if you want to go that route, or I could just keep supporting you, and then when you like, dang, you been there the whole time, recognize that I'm a real person, because the real ones is the day ones. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying.
Real ones is day ones. I have day ones starting. I have people supporting my photography. I have my main person I'm gonna shoot for, my friend Aiden.
Oh yeah, everybody got a main.
Yeah, everybody got a main.
I appreciate you. You know who you are. The number one client who always booking, willing to pay the price, no question.
No, yeah,
my dog.
Yeah, my dog.
Yeah.
Day one OG.
Donald. I love you, Donald.
Shout out to
always 15 per game, no questions asked. He says bet. He says
straight
bet.
price.
Straight. He's
Shout out to Menace
too.
SGK. He's a rapper. That man booked me for multiple shoots all the time. He's like, yo, I need some flicks. Come through. Easy, 150.
Shouts out Aiden and Donald.
Hey, shout out to the people that actually book us, but no question. Just throw the price.
No question, I really appreciate it. They be
yes,
like, I
bro.
trust you, man. Just do whatever.
Just
you real.
you are real. You are real.
You are appreciated.
All right.
You are special.
So it just clocked 2:23.
Got you.
We have to end it.
Understood.
All right. So, hey, thank you for doing this with me today.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being in the space. Hopefully, I can come back, do another episode. Love to have it.
And we excited. We will. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, Tyler, you gotta come on the pod, man. Y'all go follow Tyler Shutter 2 Nice on Instagram.
Tyler,
come on.
We need you,
Tyler.
We invite you, open arms.
I feel like if you bring your friend here, we gonna have like
we gonna turn up.
Yeah, we gonna turn up. Like you, me and Luis, you and Tyler. All right. After all, thank you for watching. And if you let me see you again, you will get
caught by Quinn.
Yes, sir.
Oh, West Side Gun.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.